Wow, so that's the holiday let.
Here we have it.
You want a unique place to stay here, don't you?
Yes, something really special.
People across the country are turning their spare spaces into a second income.
I've got a bit of a hole in my pension pot.
That's always the bottom line. I want more time with my kids.
But it's more difficult than you might think.
Careful.
Eloise has put really her life savings into this project.
We want to try and get this rented out and start earning some money off it.
And the last thing you want to do is spend more than you'll make back.
And we do want to see a return on this.
You're going to have to be renting it out every night of the week.
We're staking our future on this.
Designer Sarah Moore
Come into your new garden. I can see exactly how it's going to be.
and small space expert Max McMurdo
Got a few potential ideas up my sleeve.
are on hand to help make the most out of the smallest of budgets.
Hasn't it come together? Wow.
Yeah.
You don't need a load of money to create something truly beautiful.
For the biggest rental return.
We're basically booked for the next 6 weekends, so I'm thrilled.
The Norfolk countryside is a perfect spot for a relaxing rural retreat. And it's where Helen and Pete have a small holding.
Come on, you crazy cats.
They moved from London 4 years ago when Helen gave up her job and then oversaw the renovation of a barn where they now live with their children Finn, Erin and 2 dogs.
We were in a band together and we were friends for quite a long time before we...
And then we fell out and got married.
With their home complete, they're now just starting to build a holiday-let cabin from the ground up in a secluded spot on their land, which Helen hopes will be the start of a new business.
I think the most exciting thing about this project is that I'm actually starting to realise my dream, that we're going to be creating a holiday business and hopefully generating an income. One of the most worrying, nerve-wracking things about it actually is the budget, and it really is all we've got. So we're really sort of investing everything physically and personally in, you know, trying to get this off the ground and make it work. So it's quite a big deal for us, really.
Yeah.
Pete works in construction, so is getting hands-on to try and build the cabin within their tight £15,000 budget.
I think you're the muscle and the tool belt. I'm the ideas.
Oh, nice. I'm the free muscle and the free tool belt to the ideas.
Helen and Pete are just starting out, but they've had some bad news that's going to put pressure on their dream project.
Unfortunately, right now, I've just heard that I've been made redundant. It's pretty bad timing, to say the least. And it's a worry.
Not having a job security at this moment in time is in some ways making our project even more pressing because it's something we're hoping to earn an income from.
To save money, they plan to use a lot of reclaimed materials.
Hi. How are you doing? Sarah.
And if anyone knows how to do that, it's Sarah.
And there it is.
There it is. Yeah, there it is.
They have a limited budget for such a large project, so Sarah will have to help them to try and get the most out of what they have.
There's a lot to take in, but I absolutely love this. I think it's got massive potential.
Yeah.
So have you got a plan for how it's actually going to look on the outside?
I have got a plan. It's in my head.
Have you been in? Do you know what it looks like?
No entry.
No entry. Right, come on then, spill the beans.
So, the roof is going to be clad with reclaimed corrugated sheets, metal sheets.
Lovely.
The windows and doors are all reclaimed, so again, they've got character to them. The cladding, I am buying new, so a very traditional cabin look.
I think it sounds enchanting and just right with that reclaimed element to it. Crisp new boards on the outside as well. I think the whole thing will just sit together beautifully. Yeah. So talk me through the layout.
In through the doors here and into the living room there.
Fantastic.
Maybe wood burner there, a little kitchenette in the corner, a door in there to the bedroom, and over yonder will be your ensuite.
So you're packing it in here. This is not a one-room shack, is it?
No.
Pete and Helen are planning for the cabin to have 3 separate rooms. As you enter, there will be a small living space with a log burner and a kitchen area in the back corner. Then, through a door to the right, will be the bedroom, leading to an ensuite shower room.
Obviously, this is your dream. You've been thinking about it for years. But there were a couple of things that struck me that I thought I'd share with you, see if you're interested. It was mainly to do with this fantastic tank that I walked past.
Yes.
So is that up for grabs?
Absolutely, yeah.
I was wondering about perhaps extending the veranda all the way along and using this area to put a tub on and turning it into a lovely deep bath-like tub tank.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
OK, well, something to think about.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm wondering about is because space is quite restricted, if you're trying to make a traditional bedroom, perhaps if you made the whole thing into a box bedroom and the whole of that area becomes a sleeping platform.
All right.
So instead of having a bed in the room, you have a lovely mattress, which you build slats to go under.
Yeah.
And then you have storage around the outside, perhaps of books. So what you do is have probably folding doors. So if they folded back and you come into the bed getting onto a step and the bed takes up the whole of the thing.
Yeah.
The mattress, bar, maybe a foot or so on that side. And you can make it into a romantic, beautiful space that is a little bit different from other people who are renting out.
Yes.
So a few ideas to think about.
Sarah thinks that extending the veranda out and adding a sunken bathtub would help them earn top money for the cabin. And rather than having a traditional wall separating the bedroom, large folding doors would offer a more flexible, open-plan living space. The bedroom would be a custom sleeping area with built-in storage.
So the nitty-gritty and the financials. Have you got a price in mind that you're hoping to achieve from this?
Yeah, I think I'm looking for over £100 a night.
I think I've done my research in the area, and I think with a unique place to stay, that's not going to be a problem. So I think it's well worth investing and really going all out to make it the most appealing, fantastic place for people to visit. I think you'll do really well.
Good.
Really well.
Let's hope so.
Helen and Pete are aiming for at least £100 per night return. And with their planned £15,000 outlay on the cabin, it would take 150 stays to pay for itself.
That really reassures me that we're doing the right thing and we can make it happen and it's going to be brilliant. I really can't wait.
Well, I think Sarah's involvement is going to just inspire you to greater heights, really.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
Well, I think that went really well, but there are so many ideas between us that Helen and Pete have got a tricky job. They've got no tolerance in their budget for getting things wrong, and they've got heaps to be getting on with. Could be fabulous, though.
Building from scratch on a large plot is one option to start your own holiday let. But there are cheaper ways to generate income in your own back garden, especially if you live in the Brecon Beacons National Park in Wales. This picturesque spot is where ex-software developer Fiona has decided to put down roots.
I moved here 10 years ago from Zimbabwe with my husband because my father's family all came from this area. When we first came back, I started up a business in the local town here, selling curios from Africa and local Welsh products. Business was doing really well and it was successful, but unfortunately when my husband became sick with cancer, I had to basically close it. I became a full-time carer. He sadly passed away 4 years ago, so since then I've been living here on my own with my dog.
Having retired from software developing, the shop was her only form of income.
Friends of mine said to me, well, this is a stunning garden, why don't you produce an income that way? Another friend said, well, hang on, I've got a caravan. Before you make any plans, spending lots of money, why don't you have the caravan and try it out? So that came here, but then I had to get planning permission in order for me to earn some money because I live in the Brecon Beacons National Park.
Fiona has a budget of £2,000 to somehow modernise the caravan and attract paying guests.
Obviously, I could rent it out right now, but it's just a bit past it. It's out of date, it's not really me, it's beige and plain and bog standard, and it hasn't got any oomph.
If anyone can give it some oomph, it's small space design expert Max. So he's on hand to try and help Fiona inject some.
That must be your holiday home to be.
Yeah, come inside.
There are more than 350,000 caravans acting as holiday homes in the UK, and a whopping £2 billion is shelled out on this style of holiday annually.
Here we are.
Wow, this reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah.
We used to go caravanning every year. And so you do intend for people to stay in here and be self-contained use the kitchen, use the bathroom, or do they have access to the house?
They'll have access to the utility room, so it's like a mini wet room.
Well, I think that's great that you've got the facility of a shower, toilet and wash-hand basin not in the caravan, which means actually you could open up this space so it's just a bed with a little bit of storage and maybe a cooker. People are going to have a cup of tea, maybe a bacon sandwich in the morning and go out adventuring again. And will the caravan be going on the motorway? Will you be moving it again?
I think it's more likely to be here now.
OK. But if you're not going to be moving it, then we could almost put in some proper, decent, freestanding furniture.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That makes you excited, that thought,
Yeah,
doesn't it? I could
does.
tell, your
Yeah,
eyes lit
yeah.
up. So in terms of style...
I really want it to be cosy and welcoming, and it hasn't got the feel. It's not rustic enough.
OK.
Because I've had a past life I lived in Africa. I've actually got some material here that I actually got from Kenya. So I'd like to sort of incorporate some of that in here, but without it being Afrocentric.
That could either look
Subtle.
beautiful and work well,
Yeah.
or be a bit of a clash.
Fiona has a unique vision for her space. Max is here to help her realise it, and to also ensure the final look still has a broad appeal.
I'm thinking people would only come at the weekend, and £50 a night, conservatively. I mean, I'd like to earn more because I want to maintain my house and my garden.
My biggest reservation is the size of the internal space. And I really, really think that removing a lot of that fitted furniture, if not all of it, get it right back to the shell.
That seems quite dramatic.
It would be a lot easier to just paint the furniture that's in there, but I just think the furniture right now is really restricting the space. And if we can reuse some of those materials or any other materials you've got lying around, then absolutely.
It's known to my kids I don't throw anything away. So I've got a shed.
Well, if you've got a shed full of things we can upcycle, we need to go and take a look.
Ooh, it's a bit wet. Watch your head.
I'm already thinking, as a result of seeing all of this beautiful timber and experiencing the changing weather, people are going to be traipsing in dirty boots, and whatever beautiful interior you come up with is going to get trashed quite quickly. So I think a nice African-inspired outdoor area for seating in the good weather, but also for sheltering in this weather.
Okay.
Fiona's conservative target of £50 per night at the weekend would mean her £2,000 budget could pay itself off in 20 weekend bookings in the high season. A full strip-out and redesign with an outdoor shelter could make the caravan appealing all year round, bringing in more revenue. But it's a very ambitious plan on her £2,000 budget.
I am a bit worried about ripping everything out. That's the only trepidation.
The location is perfect and the caravan itself is structurally sound. However, she's got this budget of £2,000. I can spend tens of thousands of pounds converting a camper van. So for £2,000 to do the internal space and potentially the outside, it's going to be a big ask.
In Norfolk, a month has passed and work at the cabin has moved on. Helen and Pete have put on most of the cladding and inside the layout is starting to take shape. Sarah's heading back to check on progress.
It's been quite stressful, but I'm really excited for Sarah to come and see what we've done so far, and I hope she's going to be as happy as we are.
That's what I'm worried about. Because remember that little idea she had about opening up bedroom stuff? You didn't do it. And what's she going to say to you about that?
Hello. That just looks amazing. I mean, half of it looks like it's been there forever, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that was the idea, was to make it look like it's something that has just been there always.
Well, it's very exciting. I'd love to have a look.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow, hasn't it changed?
Isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
really lovely to see all those roof timbers and all those bits up there. It's a good space, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, no, we're really pleased.
So you decided to go for quite a big bedroom.
We did. I know when you were here last, you talked about the idea of having a sort of a pod bedroom. So we've gone back to having a more traditional style bedroom. My feeling is there's a bit more of a luxury element to that.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad shout, but because of the time that people are awake and spending their time in this side, what you will have to do is balance the living space you have with the bedroom space. Can I go into the bedroom?
Yeah, let's go.
So window on the end, and you've got roof lights coming in, haven't you?
We're kind of imagining that you'll be able to watch the night sky through there because there's no light pollution. So your bed under the window and you'll be able to look up.
I think if people are lying in bed and the bed is under the window, at the moment, they haven't got a view. You have got such a stunning location, and I'm just wondering whether it might be an idea to open that up more. I don't want to add any costs to your budget, but if you've got a reclaimed window that you could pop in, it may work.
We better go scavenging for windows then.
I know, let's.
Helen and Pete still have a lot of decisions to make. So far, they've spent £5,000 getting to this stage, and with Pete still out of work, they've been forced to cut back the budget, reducing it to £12,000.
There's nobody on the tools today. Have you pressed halt for a bit?
The last month has been so incredibly busy and quite stressful. It's quite nice to have a week that we're taking the breaks off.
Yeah, well, you definitely need to take stock, and actually this might be a really good time to get right down in the nitty-gritty of the costs. You've got to make sure the money you've got is going to cover the whole lot. That those
90% finish isn't going to cut it.
It's not, is it?
No.
Helen and Pete may be struggling financially, but they're still determined to create a luxury retreat against all the odds. Sarah thinks she can help add a luxury bathing experience that could up their nightly rate without costing a lot to create.
It's nice. So it's not that big. Sitting in here, I'm thinking if we could get a small second-hand bathtub to put in here and we get some lovely wood cladding on the outside of it.
Is it not going to just look like a bath?
Pete's not convinced that Sarah's bathtub will be unique enough to be a great selling point.
I think we'll get there in the end.
Helen and Pete's tight budget means they need to get the tub's design right first time, as they can't afford costly mistakes. Over in Wales, Fiona has an even smaller budget, but has made a big decision. She's chosen to have everything inside her caravan ripped out.
We've started the work and it's to gut the whole caravan, which was rather alarming, but I think it's going well. When Max arrives, I think he'll be quite impressed at what's been achieved so far.
Well, I can clearly see you've been busy.
We have indeed.
So you've been gutting it?
Yes, the whole thing.
You decided to take every bit of furniture out?
Everything.
I'm really pleased. Should we go and take a look?
Yes. So, what do you think?
Wow, that is a lot bigger than before, isn't it? I mean, you imagine even a generous-sized double bed in that end, you've still got all of this space and room for maybe a couple of chairs and a little dining table. Isn't it amazing once you get those cabinets off the wall what a difference it makes?
It sure does.
Now, it's fantastic that you can see the beautiful view, but of course this is a caravan in your back garden, but you don't want the guests to feel that way.
No, that's always been a concern of mine, the privacy of the guests and us as well.
So next, I guess, we should really spin this caravan around.
Yes, well, that's why I was waiting for you to come.
That's why I've worn my work clothes. Should give it a go.
Turning the caravan so the entrance faces away from Fiona's home is a simple way of creating a bit of privacy.
Pivot!
The carcass might be easier to manoeuvre now it's almost empty, but Fiona's decision to remove everything inside and build an outside sheltered area will really test the £2,000 budget.
Right, so Fiona, if you're happy, that's the final resting location. We'll put the jacks down and then we can start marking out the decking area.
Great.
Fiona has spent £355 on gravel and corrugated sheeting.
Your corrugated tin roof.
It's got to be higher than the door.
Above the door, below the metal edge.
Yeah.
The decking boards and posts will cost £740, leaving her less than half of her £2,000 budget to turn the inside into a cosy African-inspired retreat.
And now we can set the postcrete in the ground and overnight. These will set, come back in the morning,
and get some decking down.
Look at that.
Taking photos of sunsets like that are really important for your social media. Because when it comes to advertising this place, that's what guests want to look at and enjoy.
Yeah, it is.
In Norfolk. It's 2 months into Helen and Pete's cabin project, and they've been busy with the cladding and put in some stairs. But Pete is still unemployed, meaning this cabin needs to start bringing in an income as soon as possible. Sarah is here to help, and as they've decided to go for her outdoor bath idea, has brought along joiner Andy, a reclaimed tub, and some ideas.
So we've made a plan for the bath that involves a little bit of trimming of the tank and a little bit of trimming of the bath. That's the plan. How does that sound?
Great.
The bath needs to fit snugly in the old tank. Joiner Andy is cutting it down to size.
I'm pleased with that. On to the next one.
Lovely. Seems to be holding its shape quite well.
Sarah here working on the bath is a huge step towards the end result. It's kind of starting to tie the whole thing together. We're really excited.
The tank also needs to be modified to fit the bath inside it and also allow access to the cabin's plumbing. While that's being done, Sarah's found that Pete and Helen have decided to remove the bedroom wall as she originally suggested.
I think the double doors opening up the space, people lying in bed, another window going in there. It's going to be beautiful. A little bit of work to do before it's finished then.
As ever.
Yep. Great work. Okay.
Sarah needs to try and make this look like a luxury bathing experience, and not a tub in an old metal box, if she's going to convince Helen and Pete to keep it.
Great. Bit of detailing to go on round there.
Yeah. Maybe try and cut a piece out just so you can get your neck back.
So what do you think of your bath?
I think it's fantastic. Can't wait to get in.
I know.
The bath isn't giving off the high-end finish that guests will pay top money to use. So Sarah is reusing some old teak to try and create a smart-looking and comfortable seal around the bath. And she needs to make sure it fits perfectly.
Is that level?
That looks good from here.
Is it flush with square with the edge?
Yep. Perfect, that'll work lovely.
The things you do to save money. That on there like that should match up with the cut-out bit at the end of the tank.
Helen and Pete have a shoestring budget and are saving money by reusing items throughout the cabin. Sarah hopes her tub will fit in with the overall style.
See if they fit on the bath. That looks great.
Lovely.
Screw that to the bath. I'm really pleased with that.
Yeah.
Sarah might be pleased with her work, but will Helen and Pete be impressed?
Hi, guys.
Hi!
What do you reckon?
Wow, look at this.
Oh, it's really smooth edges as well.
And the fact that it is acrylic means it's not going to get too cold either with people in it.
Love it.
Who's going to try it first then?
Me.
That's your and Pete. This is Helen's.
I'm not getting in there with her. I'm joking.
I'll leave you debating that.
The bath is looking fantastic. What a place to have a hot bath. I mean, I'm going to be the first one in there.
The bath is done, but Helen and Pete's to-do list, well, it's still got quite a lot on it. They've got a little bit of money left. I just hope they can pull it all together.
It's a fresh new day in Wales at Fiona's holiday let caravan. The posts for the decking have been set in concrete overnight, so Max and the carpenter are hard at work gutting the rest of the inside, trying to create as much space for guests as possible.
Oh, good work. You got it off whole. I might save that for Fiona, you know.
When changing the fabric of any caravan, you should consult with an engineer or expert to ensure your accommodation is structurally safe. Fiona has the tough job of creating a living, sleeping and kitchen area with just £900 left of her budget.
Right, Carwyn, that should be loose now. If you pull that towards you.
It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful, I'm sure. You might not believe it right now, but it is. Oh, my goodness. Nothing salvageable, is it? No, I don't think so.
There isn't much worth saving from the caravan, but luckily Fiona has a shed full of old material that might save her money with a little help from Max.
Right, now this might look like just an old piece of wood, but that would create a really nice shelf that can continue round to make a little kitchen area, bedroom with a big double mattress.
Yeah.
And that leaves a huge space at the back.
Yes.
Because that is a lovely space now, it's really opened up. That'd be a fantastic little lounge area.
The wood for the decking has arrived, so they can now get to work building a unique selling point that Fiona hopes will get her caravan more bookings.
Where's it? It doesn't reach.
Yeah, so just tuck it in your end. That's it.
It's coming along really fast.
What do you think?
I think this looks so much smaller now. It looks less dominant. Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good thing to make the caravan look less intrusive on the countryside, don't you?
Yes, definitely.
Fiona wants the interior of the caravan to have a rustic and African-themed look, but it has to appeal to as many visitors as possible.
It is quite daunting, but I don't think there's anything that's unachievable. I've ordered some of the materials already that I've got to carry on with. I've got a long list of homework. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I really have.
Max is designing a reclaimed wooden bed. The headboard will double up as a kitchen work surface.
Well, I think you need a little lip to stop anything falling off the kitchen.
The carpenter will build it to Max's specification, but it's Fiona who needs to put the final interior touches on the caravan to make it an attractive rentable space, whatever the weather.
A lot's been done already. There's still quite a lot to do. And so it's up to me now, and I'm looking forward to seeing Max's reaction when he comes back. And I hope, he's put so much effort into it. I hope I do him justice.
It's cold, it's wet, but we've made such good progress. The decking's completed and looks fantastic. It's going to make such a difference to the space. But the main thing for me was gutting that caravan, seeing how much room Fiona's got to work with, and fingers crossed, she's going to do a cracking job in there.
There's better weather in Norfolk, where it's been 3 months since Helen and Pete started the project, and work is continuing on the cabin. The reclaimed window at the front is in, and Pete's also made a handrail from a fallen tree. Salvaging spare material isn't just a design choice. The reduced budget is forcing Helen's hand when it comes to key decisions.
Being efficient with materials has been key for me from the outset, and obviously now I'm really scared about spending any more money, so trying to see what can we do with this stuff.
And there's still a long list of jobs to do inside.
In order to save some money, I've decided that we're going to clad this wall with tin. This is the wall the wood burner's going to be up against, and I just think it's going to look pretty neat. These leaded glass windows have gone in at the top, and we've made the sills. We've got the water supply up here. We've got the solar setup built. So we've been pretty busy.
Pete has been busy here, but unfortunately, that's because he still hasn't found new employment.
It's not good job hunting, but when you have the distraction of coming and doing this, every cloud and all that.
Pete has been getting some help, but is doing the bulk of the work on his own to keep costs within their tight £12,000 budget, meaning it's taking longer than planned to finish the cabin.
I'm just trying not to spend anything on it. But, we have the budget and we're teetering on the edge of that.
They've spent £2,000 on the ensuite, kitchen area and wood burner. They also need to make a door to the bedroom that can open out to create an open plan living area. To save money, they're using old barn doors.
And I'm going to have a go at this mechanism. Okay. So when you do get that up, I'm just going to go, here you go. What's the chances of that happening?
See what I have to put up with.
Pete thinks a sliding door mechanism is the best way to give guests the option to make the bedroom private or open to the living area.
As you can see, it's not quite secured yet, and it's running along. It's in keeping then,
The cabin is far from finished, nor is it able to bring in an income that could help support the family while Pete isn't working.
it feels like there's still so much to do before this is actually, you know, a habitable space.
The finish line may feel like it's a long way off for Helen and Pete. But over in Wales, Fiona is ready to get her caravan rental rolling.
So, Max is coming back today. I'm really excited to see what he's going to think of it, and I'm just hoping he likes it.
Oh my goodness, Fiona's done such a good job. I think the tin roof is a very practical solution to the Welsh weather, but she's dressed it wonderfully with the plants, the sculptures. What a fantastic job. I can't wait to see what she's done inside.
The caravan was a cramped space that Fiona was keen to turn into a rustic African-themed hideaway.
Goodness, it's blowing a gale out there. Lovely to see you,
And
Fiona.
you.
Now, first impression outside looks beautiful, but actually inside is even better. It's rather cosy.
It is, it's very cosy. I was amazed.
It not only functions as a bed, but it's also the perfect divide. So you can see all the way through the space, but it also feels like it's a separated bedroom, dining, kitchen area, and a lounge in one small caravan. It really, really is such a successful small space transformation.
I'm really pleased, and I like the orientation. You know, the way you suggested having it moved. Perfect. It really works.
And the cushions and the curtains, of course, you've made them yourself. Using fabric from Africa.
Yeah, Nairobi.
And the way you've even then tastefully hung them on copper pipe. And I like the way that then the warmth of the bamboo ceiling sort of taps into that. So the bed has now supported the ceiling, and you've also got this wonderful other beam going right the way across. Because without that, it's just a very flimsy caravan, isn't it?
Yeah.
So initial budget was £2,000. Are you going to tell me what you've spent?
It's about 3.
OK. What were you going to charge per night?
50.
I think you'd pay £50 to stay in just an old caravan. And this is no old caravan now. I think you're looking at £70, £80 a night.
That would be pretty cool.
Now, has this theme been continued into the bathroom?
It has, yes.
Can we go and take a look?
Absolutely.
Guests will have access to a private bathroom at the back of Fiona's house, where she's continued the African theme.
I love the texture, the colour. I think this is a real unique selling point, and this room is probably why you'll be able to achieve that slightly higher nightly rate. You're pleased with this?
Yeah, I am, and I'm glad you like it too.
It is. It's brilliantly playful, but also quite cleverly and tastefully done.
Fiona went over her £2,000 budget, but the gravel and outdoor shelter took up a large chunk of the budget before anything was done inside, where she spent over £1,600 on the flooring, decorating and furnishings. Fiona's overall spend has come to almost £3,500.
I was really bowled over by Max's reaction. I was hoping he'd be very happy, but he seemed really, really, really happy. So now it's action.
Fiona has used her creativity, imagination and time in Africa to create one of my favourite small spaces of all time, and I'm absolutely certain she'll rent it out in no time.
In Norfolk, nearly 8 months since the project began, Helen and Pete have their holiday-let cabin finished. And Sarah's coming to see if they've got the design and overall appeal right, to hopefully have visitors flocking to rent it out.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's a huge relief. It's been incredibly stressful, but I'm so pleased it's done. It's absolutely brilliant.
Took a while, but hey, we got there.
Well, all building projects are personal, but I really feel for Helen and Pete because they've had a rocky journey trying to complete their cabin. Helen's got massively high standards, so I'm hoping when I get there, I find a happy Helen, because that means she's achieved all her goals and their cabin is fit for anyone.
Helen and Pete had built the bare bones of a cabin on their land, And after a lot of ups and downs, they've managed to create a one-of-a-kind holiday cabin with lots of reclaimed materials, including Sarah's luxury outdoor bathtub idea.
Amazing. Hello, how are you doing?
Great, lovely to see you.
Oh, Pete, have you survived?
I have indeed.
I tell you what, coming across your paddock and opening that gate is such a moment, isn't it?
I know.
It looks amazing.
Yep.
I think you're the first person to actually see it in its
Really?
full glory, yeah.
Oh, well, I am honoured. Honestly, it gave me goosebumps walking through that gate. I think it looks perfect in its setting, doesn't it? I'm seeing there's new windows in, bath looks great.
Yep. Yeah, it's exactly what I had in my head. All of those little images I was trying to relay to people.
And I managed to pull one out. How I managed that, I don't know.
Show me inside, I literally cannot wait.
Come on, let's go.
They originally planned on a traditional layout with partition walls, but they followed Sarah's advice and created a flexible, open-plan kitchen living space leading to a cosy ensuite bedroom.
Absolutely amazing. The atmosphere in here that you have managed to create is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it just seems perfect.
Yeah.
Beautiful, rustic heaven. You must be so pleased.
We are absolutely delighted. We've achieved exactly what I wanted to achieve, which was this, reclaimed, reused, repurposed, romantic rural retreat.
And you managed to get so much in.
Yeah.
So originally you thought maybe a sofa or something like that you were going for.
Yeah. I think having the armchairs just gives us a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah, I think those are all the right elements. They look really comfortable. Having them just off the floor makes the room seem bigger. Any furniture that you lift up a bit. I can see you've done it with this amazing unit as well. That's lovely, isn't it?
Isn't it
Perfect
fantastic?
fit.
I know, absolutely perfect fit. We've got a little fridge below.
I love all of the cladding. So is that reclaimed stuff?
Yeah, pallets. Dozens and dozens of pallets that I got a recip saw to, cut down the back, and then sanded every board.
They look fantastic, don't they? It's really brought the room together.
Yeah.
And look at this.
I know.
This is just looking fantastic, isn't it?
It's just so cosy, isn't it? Really.
Amazing. And I see no doors but curtains. So stable doors didn't make the cut?
No, we had a slight little sort of chop fingers issue.
Right.
We sort of chickened out.
They're
Too hairy.
big, heavy doors, and it was a bit of a sort of engineering feat to get it all to work smoothly and safely. And we were getting a bit stressed by it. So actually, we've gone for cans.
Well, I think that they look fantastic. They add a really cosy element to the build, don't they?
I agree. I think they soften it somehow as well. It just, I don't know, bring a bit of warmth.
Definitely. So it's beautiful. Can I peep in here?
Yeah, do.
How's it gone? That is just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm amazed at how much light you've got into these spaces.
Yes, and we've done this little stealing light from the Velux through this little cupboard door, which is working really beautifully.
Is there electricity? What's the plumbing like?
So it's all run off a 12-volt solar system. So there is electricity here. So you've got lighting and you've got a charging point. And for cooking facilities, it's just a 2-ring gas hob that you'd have for sort of in a camper van, that type of thing. The wood-burning stove's got a back boiler, which is for hot water, and so that will run the shower, the washing up sink, and also the bath outside that you very lovely fitted for us last time you were here.
Well, I think that's going to be a real moment when you turn on that bath and you sit out there, bubbles, champagne and bubble bath.
Absolutely.
I think that you have created a place here that people will really remember coming to stay in. So you haven't held back. Obviously, financially, a lot of investment has been made, as well as your time. So do you know how much it's cost to build this?
Yeah, it's approximately £18,000.
It's money well worth spending, I think.
Well, we think so.
How much are you going to charge for the weekend?
Well, we think £250 for the weekend, so it'll be a 2-night stay.
I think £250 is really achievable. How are you feeling about your first guests?
Really looking forward to it. So I think people are going to love it.
Helen and Pete managed to bring in extra money to complete their dream cabin, as thankfully Pete has a new job. So they've been able to employ tradespeople to help him get it over the line. They spent more than they initially wanted, but it's been built from the ground up with lots of unique features, and they now have a unique and rustic holiday rental.
I'm really excited to get this going now, and yeah, can't wait. Bring it on. Get some guests here, start earning some money from it instead of spending money on it.
That'll be a change, yeah.
No, can't wait.
So that's what happens. One woman's dream, two people's very hard work, one outstanding cabin.
Helen and Pete have worked hard to get the project over the line. And in the Brecon Beacons, so did Fiona.
I got it set up, I think, 3 nights ago. And I'm pleased to say I've got a booking. I've got an inquiry and I've got a booking. So, yeah. So maybe tomorrow I'll have 2 bookings. Excitement, I think. Excitement that somebody actually really wanted to come and stay. Because you sort of think, oh, really? Will they? You know, you don't really, well, I didn't really quite believe it. So that's pretty, I was really, really chuffed. Well, I know Max sort of thought I could get more than what I'd originally thought. Originally, I'd said about £50 a night, I thought. And he said 75, so I've gone in the middle and decided 60. You know, it's a bargain. I know there's been moments, but it's been very positive, it's been fun. Friends have most definitely come to see, and my family. And yeah, they're seriously impressed. Yeah. The main word is wow.
Fiona's up and running. But have Helen and Pete managed to get bookings?
We've kind of given ourselves about another 4 weeks to open for business. And by then, hopefully, we're right into the throes of spring.
Everything will be in bloom and it's going to look fantastic.
It's been so wet here. We've had about 5 or 6 months of rain. So we're just kind of waiting for the land to dry out a bit so we can finish a bit of landscaping. Sitting back and reflecting on it now, when it's been a hell of a journey with all sorts of problems, but I feel really proud. The cabin is just looking absolutely amazing, and it all feels a bit surreal right now because it's been a long time coming, but
we just need some people in there to make it real, I think.
Yeah.
Once we've had a few visitors and they come back with positive, hopefully, feedback, then we'll know that we're there.
And I think, longer term, we'd like to have another unit of some sort as well and, really make this work. The question we were asked...
Kids, no.
No, the question we were asked was, can we hang out here with our mates? No. When can I have my mates here?
No, they'll trash it, so they're just not allowed anywhere near it. End of, unless they got 250 quid.